Glory be to God Almighty for another opportunity to be here with you. I am Tyrone Poole, and I want to welcome all those watching on YouTube, LinkedIn, X, formerly known as Twitter. I just can't get that out of my head. Formerly known as Twitter, X, and all of my Facebook family and friends. I want to welcome you to Life is a University Show. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe because teamwork makes the dreams with the S on the end, dreams work for others. Now, what is the purpose of Life is a University? Well, I understand that life is truly a university, and there are principal classes that life offers us all. And those classes are called tests, trials, and temptations. I'm pretty sure somebody out there right now, you are going through a test or you're about to go through a test, right? So that's life, trials, temptations. Now, our experiences with these principal classes called temptation, trials, and tests, our experience is the only thing, people, that separates me from you and you from me. And that is the truth. Now, this next statement that I'm about to make is also 100% truth. And that truth is when these temptation, trials, and tests come, the difference between those who overcome and those that don't, well, victory is found 3 inches between the ears. That's right. I found out is how you think, is how you set your mind when you're being tempted, how you think when you're being tested, and how you set your mind when you are being tried by the classes of life. So that's why my purpose as host of Life is a University is to give you principle-based information that will inspire you, put a smile on your face, motivate you mentally, spiritually, and physically to overcome and graduate Life University so you can move on to the next level of your potential. And we all, you, me, we all got next level potential, right? So we just got to get through those tests, trials, and temptations and graduate and move on. So are you ready? Are you ready to work that thing? Well, I'm ready to work that thing. So let's WTT, people. Today, I want to explore a timeless proverb that many of us have heard countless times. I promise you. What you have heard countless times, you have heard, you can lead people to water, but you can't make them drink. Yes, people, you can lead people to water, but you cannot make them drink. Now, this simple yet profound statement encapsulates a universal truth about human nature, about personal responsibility, and the limits of influence. Now, at its core, I believe this proverb emphasizes 2 crucial aspects. 1, guidance, and autonomy. Basically, autonomy, when I say autonomy, basically I'm just saying independence or freedom of one's actions. Now, when I think of leading someone, to water, it symbolizes the act of providing opportunities, resources, or instructions. Also, I believe leading someone is about offering support, sharing knowledge, and showing the path. Now, in our roles as leaders and educators and mentors, friends, or even parents, I'm telling you, sometimes it's hard to lead your kids. That autonomy, oh yeah, kids get independent. They want to do it their way, right? But even as parents, friends, educators, leaders, mentors, we often find ourselves in the position of leading others to water, right? We strive to empower them, to open doors for them, and to pave the way for their success. However, the second part of that statement, but you can't make them drink. A wise man once told me, you got to watch out for those butts, Tyrone. They will get you in trouble. So we can lead people to water, but we can't make them drink. So you guys see how the guidance comes into play, and then the autonomy, right? Independence. We can guide them, but it's up to them. So we can't make them drink. And this highlights the inherent autonomy, right? The independence, as I described the definition of autonomy, independence or freedom of one's actions. You guys remember that definition I gave to you? So that autonomy is for each of the individuals that we are trying to guide. Now, no matter how much we wish, oh Lord, I wish they listened to what I'm trying to say. No matter how, any of you guys ever been like that? You're like, oh, please let them hear what I'm trying to say. No matter how much we wish for someone to succeed, to learn, or to change, we cannot force them to take that final step. Drinking the water, embracing the opportunity, utilizing the resources, or heeding to the advice is a personal choice. That's where that autonomy comes in. It requires that person to have the willingness, the effort, and the readiness to act from within. Now, again, this Proverbs teaches me, and I know it teaches you, it teaches us several valuable lessons. And I got some lessons for you. But before I go into the lessons, people, you know I have to take a quick break. But when I return, I'm going to give you four lessons from this proverb that you can lead people to water, but you cannot make them drink. I'm going to give you 4 lessons that is going to help you. So don't you go nowhere. When I return, we are going to dive more into the pool of this thought. So don't go nowhere. I'll be right back with more Life is a University show.
There's a price to pay to become somebody new. There's a price to pay for change. Do I have what it takes? When you look into my future, can you see me making it?
Okay. 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 Okay.
Hello, my name is Elijah and my body is my business. When I want to outperform my competition, I use TNT Nitric Shock pre-workout powder. It gives my body energy to maximize my performance. Take your performance to the next level and use Work That Thing TNT pre-workout powder.
Welcome back to Life is a University show. I am your host, Tyrone Poole, and today's topic, you can lead people to water, but you cannot make them drink. Now, let's dive into the 4 lessons from this life proverb. You can lead people to water, but you cannot make them drink. Number one lesson: respect for individual agency. Well, Tyrone, what do you mean by that? Everyone has their own will. W-I-L-L, has their own will, their own motivations, and their own pace. Respecting the autonomy. You guys remember that word autonomy? Respecting this autonomy is crucial. We can offer our support and our guidance, but we must also recognize and honor the individual's right to make their own decisions. That's the first lesson. The second lesson: limitations of influence, people. Limitations of influence. Our influence has its boundaries. Believe it or not, my influence has its boundaries. As a father, your influence has its boundaries. As a mother, your influence has its boundaries. As a leader, as a mentor, your influence has its boundaries. Now, while we can inspire, while we can educate, and while we can encourage, we must also accept that we cannot control the actions or decisions of others. And I believe understanding this limitation can help us manage our expectations. That's big, what I just said right there. That's big. I'm going to say that again. If we can understand our limitations when it comes to other people, we can manage our expectations. And check this out. When you can manage your expectations, you can reduce your frustrations. Now that right there just saved somebody right there. That, what I just said, just saved somebody right there. Understand your limitations. Manage your expectations from that person, and it will reduce your frustrations with that person. The number three lesson we have to learn and understand from the statement: you can lead people to water, but you cannot make them drink. The number 3 lesson: empowerment through encouragement, people. Instead of trying to force the outcomes, and I've done that myself. I tried to force the outcome. It's almost like feeding a baby, right? You try to feed a baby. You guys ever seen somebody feed a baby? The baby's probably a year old, maybe some months old, and you try to feed that baby. And the more you put the food in the baby's mouth, the more the food the baby keeps spitting out. So you try to control. So instead of trying to force the outcomes, what do we do with the baby? We just take the food, rake it around the mouth, and we say some like little magical word, open up, open up, open up, some type of game to make the baby take the food again. We don't just shove it right back down the throat. So instead of trying to force the outcomes, we should focus on creating an environment that fosters intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation. Encouragement, people. Positive reinforcement. That's what we need. And showing genuine belief in someone's potential can be far more powerful than coercing. Any of you guys ever tried to coerce someone to do something? Well, That's the number 3 lesson. And how about our last and final lesson? Number 4. Personal responsibility, people. Personal responsibility for those on the receiving end of guidance, right? Now I'm talking about we are the leaders. We're giving the guidance. Now I'm talking about to those who are on the other end of receiving that guidance. This principle, this proverb, you can lead people to water, but you cannot make them drink. This proverb underscores the importance of personal responsibility, people. Opportunities are valuable, but it's up to each individual to seize the moment themselves. Growth and progress, I promise you, it requires active participation and a commitment. I don't think I would have had the opportunity to play professional football if I did not have active participation and I committed myself. And you guys, there's something in your life that if you were not actively participating and you did not commit yourself, you wouldn't have drank that water. You wouldn't have had that water to quench your thirst. So in our personal and professional lives, we often encounter situations where we wish to help others realize their potential. Whether it's a student struggling with their studies, a colleague hesitant to take on a new challenge, or a loved one facing a difficult decision. We, me, you, can lead them to water. We can offer them our knowledge. We can share our experience and provide the tools they need. But ultimately, the choice to drink, to take that step forward, lies with them. Our roles, I believe, is to be the guide, the supporter, and at times, the encourager. You know what? At all times, the encourager, while respecting their journey and their choices. I love it. So as I close another great episode of Life is a University, let me conclude by saying, you can lead people to water, but you can't make them drink. Is basically a delicate balance between guidance and autonomy. It calls on us, me, you, to be compassionate leaders, mentors, and to recognize the power and responsibility that each individual holds over their own lives. So, as I come to an end, and until the next episode, I pray that you prosper in everything and be in health just as your soul prospers. I want to thank you for watching Life is a University show. And if today's information was helpful in any kind of way, please, please, please send us an email, share your thoughts. And if you have a topic, send us a topic and I'll make sure that I give you shout out as far as the topic coming from you. Send us an email at info@lifeisauniversity.com. And also, I got to say this. If you are having a corporate event, a workshop, college programs, youth empowerment seminars, church functions, and you need a unique speaker, Well, I am that unique speaker you are looking for. Just send me an email at bookings@tyronepoole.com. That's right, bookings@tyronepoole.com. And again, I want to thank you guys for watching Life is a University show, where our mantra is, say it with me, people, work that thing with us or watch us work that thing. Because either way, we're going to work that thing. What do? We work that thing. What is it all about? It's all about the E. It's all about energy, effort, effectiveness, efficiency, or whatever your E word is. Whatever excites you to earn that thing. The E is about everyone. WTT 100 people, peace. I am out of here.